Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your boy, Dalyxman. Welcome to another Dalyxman Q&A Corner. This is going to be a big one. I haven't talked about a lot this week. Honestly, last week tore me up, wore me out. I needed a break. I went from doing, NXT review, SummerSlam live reactions, and SummerSlam review, Raw review, SmackDown review, and after all of that, I was worn out. I needed a break. But your boy Dalyxman got his break, and we're back on track. We are here to do a Q&A. This is number 76, I believe. Q&A 76. We draw closer and closer to episode 100. And as you guys know, my goal for Q&A 100 is to interview a wrestler. Don't know who it is, don't know when it's gonna be, but when episode 100 hits, your boy Dalyxman will be interviewing a wrestler, whoever it is. We'll find out when it happens. Today's episode is gonna be a little different. As you guys know, I'll be answering your questions on both Twitter and Facebook, but we got some things to discuss. We got some new details coming in from the channel. And I want to get this out the way real quick. Your boy Dalyxman is being sponsored. That's right. I now have a sponsorship. And that sponsorship comes from Wrestle Crate. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about Wrestle Crate. Because as of today, you can subscribe to Wrestle Crate and get you a free loot box every month. So how it works is like this. Let me go ahead and get the details up. Don't want to screw anything up. So, Wrestle Crate is a monthly subscription service that delivers a crate full of hands-on, hand-picked pro wrestling goodies for your entertainment. It will send them right to your door. And if you sign up today, you use the promo code Dalyxman, you will get, check this out, 20% off for your first crate. So for your first crate, 20% off if you use the promo code Dalyxman today. Check it out. The link to it is down below in the description box. Everything that you need to know about is down below. But if you're interested and you want to be a part of Wrestle Crate, I would invest in a monthly subscription. With that said, this is my first Wrestle Crate. So what we're going to do, we're going to open this up and we're going to see what these guys deliver. Let's see here. I went ahead and already cut it open, so this is my first time looking into it. I don't even know what's in here, but we're going to find out. Let's see here. We got Kenny Omega. We got Kenny Omega. Is this a bobblehead? Or is it just a figurine? Well, I've never actually had one of these before. This will go right there on that desk there. I like that. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got here. Simon Gotch photo. Is that the Terminator? That's interesting. Is this his new gimmick? I haven't been keeping up with Simon Gotch, so I'm not too sure what's going on here. But I like it. It's pretty cool. By the way, I see people talking about KSI and Logan Paul. That fight was rigged. I'm pretty sure someone asked me about it on my Q&A somewhere in my Facebook or Twitter page. I'm just answering right now. That fight was so rigged. How the hell is KSI gonna have 172 to Logan Paul's 171 and then it ended a draw? I don't watch boxing all that much, so I don't quite understand how that can be a draw. You might have to explain that to me. But this whole thing, regardless of whether it was a draw or not, it's rigged. It's all about getting the money, and now they want to do a rematch? No. So y'all can do what y'all want with that. I'm not interested. Okay. What's this? The Professional Wrestling Fans Magazine issue calling spots. Interesting. That looks like Kenny Omega. I've never actually seen this before. This is cool. Alright. I'm gonna have to check that out later. What else we got here? A DVD. The Kingdom Come. That's interesting. Don't even know what this is. Live Pro Wrestling. Is this a event? Yeah, it's a wrestling event. Bobby Orlando versus James Ellsworth. The Shook Crew versus the Breakfast Club. VSK versus MJF. KM versus Teddy Hart. Johnny Clash versus Bear Bronson. And it features Jerry the King Lawler. Never seen these events before. A couple more things in here. We got a t-shirt. And what is this? Slam Town. I like it. You can put that on my wrestling shirt next time I go to an event. Slam Town. And this is a t-shirt of, let's see, it's upside down. Oh, Mayor of Slamtown. It's a John Morrison t-shirt. Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, whatever you want to call him. John Hennigan. But there you go. And that essentially is what Wrestle Crate does. Wrestle Crate. Not Wrestle Crate, but Wrestle Crate. But that's Wrestle Crate for you. They'll send you a random crate of random wrestling stuff like this every single month. So subscribe. Check it out. Again, if you subscribe today, use the promo code Dalyxman to get 20% off. While you're at it, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share with as many people as you know. If you want to help expand the brand of your boy Dalyxman, you can do a couple of things. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, check me out on Patreon, PayPal, or use Super Chat to donate if you feel the need to, if you want to. I should talk about what happened on Tuesday, which I still think is insane. My podcast almost crashed with how many people were donating. You guys are the craziest bunch of wrestling fans I've ever paid witness to, but I love you for it. And I wrote a thank you note on Facebook and Twitter, thanking you all. And those of you who have not seen it, basically, it's just a thank you. Thank you all for what you're doing now, which is watching me, checking me out, spending time with your boy, and it means a lot. And I hope that my words draw you to be more passionate about wrestling. And speaking of super chats, we got one coming in from Notorious right now. So let me go ahead and get this ready. But let's go ahead and get rid of this Wrestle Crate real quick, because I think for the most part, we are good when it comes to Wrestle Crate.
Did you see Sammy versus Pentagon Jr. deathmatch?
I have not seen that match. Now that you recommended it, I will check it out as soon as this is over with. We're going to talk about All In as well. We're going to do a lot of things here on this podcast. But before I get into any of that, who's here in the live chat? Let's do roll call. I'm very curious about roll call, ladies and gentlemen. JCT, Jake Salig, The Big Dog, Ramel Fleming, Ultra Shadow 97, Devil Toad, Zinani, Kizani, Devil Toad Kizani, close enough. Joseph Winters, Awesome Kid 254, Hellraiser, Big B Wolf, Raven, Chase, John Witt, Sonic X WWE, The King, Rowdy Nation Powers, Chris Sims, Harris, Harris, Madeline, Charles, Gatorix, Chase, I already said Notorious MMA, you saw him donate, Sam P. Boone, McLean Roach, Pikachu Black, Blazing Bolts, NHP 2012, that's a familiar name, welcome back, Elias Ademi, Heavy J, Zion Smith, okay, PVT Pinecone, I think I said your name right, Dustin H, is it Elizer Bonella? Close enough. Young Stacks, The Beep Jr., and let's do one more. I know we got someone in here that I probably skipped over because they were coming. Last one's going to be Nick Bryant. Is it Niche Bryant? I think it's Niche Bryant. Close enough. Thank you all for joining me for this broadcast. I hope you enjoy my Q&A. And we got a super chat coming in from Aaron Sherwood. What's up, Aaron?
It's official, Roman Reigns is now the #1 merch seller in WWE. It only took killing everyone else on the roster and an old man refusing to listen.
I mean, when he's in front of your face 24/7 and he gets as much TV time and opportunities as he gets, eventually he will get that spot. I'm just shocked it took him this long to get #1, because it's very telling on what they had to do to get him there. Look at the roster now. Look at how weak the Raw roster is right now. Think about this for a minute. Brock Lesnar's not here no more. That's one thing. Rollins at one point was #1, but it's kind of ridiculous how we basically had to hinder everybody else to make Roman seem... I mean, they put Rollins and Ambrose with him. The Shield are back together at this point, so... Yeah, I mean, yeah, he better be #1. My reaction to that is, if he isn't #1 at this point, then he really is a failure. But that's no shock to me. Of course he's gonna be #1. He better be.
What match you looking forward to at All In?
We'll get to the All In card in just a second. I just kind of feel like I want to get all this other stuff out the way before we go ahead and jump into All In. But I think for the most part, we should be good. I don't have anything else to discuss. Yeah, so with that said, let's talk about it. This upcoming Saturday, September 1st, 2018, will be the All In event. Pay-per-view, one of the only few wrestling pay-per-views not being held by WWE. And that's big. An indie pay-per-view, of course, promoted by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. This was announced like sometime last year. I forgot the time it was announced, but it was in the works for a long time now. And they managed to make it work. They sold out Chicago to make this building the home of what should be a very big event for indie wrestling. And you know, it's something that I feel like we as wrestling fans should support. Like, if you're tired of just WWE holding a monopoly over the business in general, or just a monopoly of the business period, I would think the best way to show that is to support this show. And I will be supporting it. I will be buying it. It's only $35 to watch it on pay-per-view. You can watch it on Fight TV if you want. If you don't have cable, you can watch it Fight TV online. They'll host it there on their site. $35. I'll buy my show sometime later this week when I get some more money. But it is getting to the point where, and this is how I feel, any show where I get just a sense of an alternative, I'll happily take. Because NXT's doing great. Lucha Underground's doing awesome. New Japan's doing great. If we can get more competition, that just means better for the business. Alright, Chris Matthews donating $1 to your boy Dalyxman's brand. Thank you so much. And yes, it is this Saturday. This Saturday is when the event is being held. So if you're going to watch it, I would definitely be able to tune in. So it premieres, 6 p.m. Eastern. So be ready. Hold your Saturdays open. It's not going to be a long show. It looks like it's going to be a regular 3 hours. So just kind of save time for yourself to check it out. here's the card as it stands. As of right now, these people are booked, but they don't have a match. Matt Cross, that's Son of Havoc. You know him from Lucha Underground. Maxwell Jacob Friedman? I have no idea who that is. Maybe I've seen him before, but... And the Best Friends. That would be Chucky T and Trent Beretta. They don't have a match right now, but I'm pretty sure they will be added. As well as Flip Gordon, who also doesn't have a match. He's been trying to get on All In for some time now, but Cody Rhodes keeps telling him, you will never have a match. You will never have a match on All In as long as I have something to do about it. But I'm pretty sure he'll get on there. I would love for Flip Gordon to have a match with Neville. We'll talk about Neville in just a second, and I'm pretty sure a fan asked me about him. But just to kind of let you know, his contract is up with WWE, so he can freely wrestle anywhere he wants. Anywhere he wants. So there you go. We'll talk more about that in just a second. I would love to see Neville take on Flip Gordon. Put him on the show. See what they do. They got time. That'd be a great surprise. But here's the card as it stands. We have the Briscoes versus SCU, Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. That should be a pretty fine match. I mean, again, not the biggest fan of the Briscoes, but they're not really a tag team that offends me. I can watch them have a solid match. It sounds fun. We got a Battle Royal. It's Moose, Colt Cabana, Ethan Page, Rocky Romero, Brian Cage, the man they call Cage, Billy Kidman, Jimmy Jacobs, Marco Stunt, Brandon Cutler, and more. Those are just the people announced. I'm pretty sure we'll have a lot more than that in that Battle Royal. I don't know if there are stakes to this Battle Royal. Like, if they win, do they get a shot at a title or something like that? Not too sure about that. We got a Fatal 4-Way Women's match. Madison Rayne versus Chelsea Green versus Britt Baker versus Tessa Blanchard. My girl, Tessa. Love me some Tessa Blanchard, bruh. She's got it all. I hope she wins this match. We got Stephen Amell, who played Green Arrow, or Arrow, versus Christopher Daniels. Interesting. That should be quite a match to watch. But then we get to the big ones. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I think this past Lucha was what you wanted.
Oh, yeah. Lucha Underground this past week was... Mwah! That was Lucha Underground. I was waiting for them to get back to what they had. And I knew that it was going to take them some time to rebuild themselves because they lost a lot of people. But now that they established... Super chats are just coming in like crazy. Now that they established themselves, they can finally start to show the stuff that made us love Lucha Underground. Thank you, Charles, for the $1 super chat. I appreciate that. But yeah, I thought Lucha was great. And what I'll do next week, I'll do 2 reviews. I'll do a review of last week, and then I'll do a review of the upcoming week, just to catch up. So that one's probably going to be a long broadcast itself. But I'm pretty sure you guys don't care about long podcasts. Okay, it says here that Jay Lethal will fight the winner of the Battle Royal for the ROH Championship. Oh, okay. So this Battle Royal is a number 1 contendership Battle Royal. That's pretty cool. Ooh, that's really cool. Is Marty Scurll in it? Or does he already have a match? Oh, crap. He's fighting Kazuchika Okada. Never mind. Who wins? Who do y'all have win this Battle Royal? But the winner of that Battle Royal will take on Jay Lethal for the ROH Championship. Sounds good to me. Let's see. What else we got? As I said, we got Kazuchika Okada versus Marty Scurll. Apparently, Kazuchika has gone a little nutty, and he's going to bring that gimmick to fight the villain. That's going to be a nice match. And check this out. We got the Golden Elite. That's the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi versus Rey Mysterio, Phoenix, and Bandito. No idea who he is, but I'm pretty sure he's a luchador. Yo, let's get it. That sounds like that might be match of the night for me. Or, this could be match of the night for me. We got Cero Miedo! Pentagon Jr. taking on Kenny Omega. Yo! That match is gonna be fire! I'm excited about that match. That's gonna be a really cool match. And then we got, who's this? Joey Janela versus Adam Hangman Page. No idea who that is. I know who Adam Page is, but Joey Janela doesn't really ring a bell. Should I know who that is? I probably do. But the main event, the match that's going to be, I guess, the focal point of the show, is the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Nick Aldis, that is, who was he in TNA? I forgot who he was in TNA. Nope, I'm looking it up. Because I know he's somebody. It's not Gunner, because Gunner is he's in NXT. Let's see, Nick Aldis was who in TNA again? Damn it, it's I'm pretty sure live chat's telling me. Who was he in TNA? Magnus, thank you so much. He was Magnus. Yeah, they did him dirty. I remember when we were saying he should be world champion, and then they turned him heel when he became a world champion. That's pretty bad. But yeah, Magnus, the formerly known as Magnus, Nick Aldis, taking on Cody for Cody's daddy's belt, the NWA World Championship, in the main event. And I like what they're doing, what Billy Corgan is trying to do with the NWA Championship. It's a championship you must defend around the world. So it's a championship that you defend in multiple promotions, which I love. I love that. I love that concept. So wherever you go, wherever indie promotion you go to, you defend the belt. So literally anybody can win that belt at any point in time. And that's smart. The thing is, if you're going to have a championship like that, it needs to be on someone noteworthy. I like Nick. Yeah, not necessarily going to buy a t-shirt from Nick. Cody, he's probably the most noteworthy guy you can have that belt on. I mean, not to mention his work in WWE, but think about what he's done in the indie scene. Think about what he was able to accomplish with this show alone. And because of what he's done with this show, it gave ROH the leverage to hold their own show next year in Madison Square Garden. Cody is changing the game. He's changing the game in so many ways. We need to give him this belt. I do think the right move would be to give Cody the belt. This is the time to do it. So, I will be there to watch the show and then put up a review right afterwards. I will come up here live right after the show on Saturday to review All In. And I hope to see you all there. So once again, if you want to watch the show, you can watch it on Fight TV or pay-per-view if you have cable. It's only $35. So just a show of hands, sorry. But just to see who's interested, let me know in the live chat if you'll be watching the show. Let me know who's going to be watching the show this Saturday. And what match are you looking forward to the most? Let's see. Mickey James' husband basically is Magnus or Nick. Interesting. AMR for life says, Cody is this close of being one of the greats. He is really becoming someone that could be considered one of the greatest of all time. Let's see. Hellraiser's watching it. Jake Salick is watching it. JSA Productions, Ultra Shadow, AJ Envoy, Chris Sims. Let's see here. Benny Brockington, Notorious, Raven, Anthony Ace. If he's not working on Saturday, of course. Big B Wolf. Elias, his own way. Immortal God. Okay. So we got a couple people watching. Let's see how it turns out. Should be nice. It should be quite the show to check out. So definitely a show that I will be watching this Saturday. With that said, enough of the small talk. Let's get to it. Q&A. Facebook. So we're going to go to Facebook, and then we're going to go to Twitter. On Twitter right now, as I'm answering my Facebook questions, you can send me questions with the hashtag #AskDalyxman. And of course, you can donate as well. I'll read those questions afterwards. But here we go. First question comes from Demetrius Pettigrew, who is from Milwaukee. Here's what he says. I really liked La Resistance as a tag team. One of my favorites. Do you think a tag team like that would work in WWE today? Depends on how you book it. The whole I Hate America concept, I don't think that's going to work anymore because not a lot of people are fond of America, the country as it is. So you might actually have people agree with La Resistance. You don't want to go that route. What you want to do is if you're going to have a French tag team like that, and that's all good and well, doesn't matter what nationality it's from, but just make them a national tag team. Make them proud of their country. We're here representing France. We are here to represent the France. And that's it. Just keep it simple. You can still make that work. If you're going to go the anti-American gimmick, anti-American route, it's not going to work. Don't. That gimmick is so tired, so old, and so overdone. I'm going to puke the next time I see someone do another anti-American gimmick. Enough. No more anti-American stuff. But yeah, it can still work. You just have to change the way you book it. I see some super chats coming in. Let me go ahead and get this ready. Next question from Danny Palmer, Hollywood, Florida. Is Reigns destined to be Cena 2.0? No change in character, no heel turn, despite crowd reaction, and continued main event push. Devlin Husband with the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your humble patronage. I will make use of it as always. But Danny Palmer, is Reigns destined to be Cena 2.0? He's not destined to be Cena 2.0. He is Cena 2.0. He is, and it doesn't look like he's going to be doing anything else anytime soon. And I did speculate on Monday that The Shield and Roman may have had a heel turn. Once again, that was speculation. And that was coming from people talking about it. People like Mike Johnson, who has inside information on this. He said that it could possibly be a heel turn. And that's the only reason why I talked about it. Do I think it is? No. This whole run with The Shield is another ploy to get fans to not boo Roman. And what they need to understand is that this can't last. The Shield will get old. I guarantee you, The Shield will get old by Survivor Series.
Meant to have an actual chat in the last super chat, so here is another one. We need Neville versus Flip Gordon at All In my opinion.
I completely agree. Thank you once again for the super chats, Devlin. It was really nice of you to do that. But yeah, that'd be a great match. Neville or Pac versus Flip Gordon. All day, every day. But yeah, this whole Shield reunion is another ploy to stop fans from turning on Roman Reigns. Because think about it. The guy became a world champion. He is their guy now. He is the Universal Champion. So they need to do something. We got to get the fans to like him somehow. Well, at least the Shield is a temporary solution, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna last. Honestly, it should be done by Hell in a Cell. I hear rumors that we're gonna do Braun Strowman and the Wyatt family. Yeah, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and I guess Luke Harper. Don't know how that'll work. He's on SmackDown, but we'll probably just throw him on Raw because he has nothing to do. But yeah, Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, and Luke Harper versus the Shield at Hell in a Cell, which isn't a bad match. I love their match in 2014. I'll love this match as well. It sounds like it will be a crazy match. And if we get the Dean Ambrose heel turn that I've been waiting for, it'll be even more awesome. So the idea of the Shield versus the Wyatt family isn't a bad idea. It's just this whole concept of we're going to use this to protect Roman from being booed. You're not going to protect him. You might protect him for the time being, but the Shield has to end. And when Ambrose turns heel, he's going to go back to being booed. And that's what it is. This whole plan to get fans to like Roman and making him the top merchandise seller, okay. Like, it's only going to keep him from being booed for so long. Until you get in front of crowds like Toronto next week. And, of course, Brooklyn, Chicago, Philadelphia. The smart crowds, whatever you want to name them. You go overseas. Yeah, I mean, eventually, you're not going to be able to protect them. And if you keep this going too long, fans will just turn on Rollins and Ambrose, which you don't want. Not Rollins. But yeah, definitely Cena 2.0. Next question. Mike from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Who is one WWE wrestler you haven't met yet that you want to meet? I haven't met a lot of WWE wrestlers. I've talked to them on Twitter, but I'll give you 3. I want to meet The Rock, of course. I want to meet The Rock. I want to meet Hogan. But like actual WWE performer right now, Daniel Bryan. Absolutely. That's number 1. I gotta meet Bryan. If I ever do a VIP backstage tour for WWE when it comes to Houston, I gotta meet Bryan. Gots to meet Bryan. Chase Gordon from Jacksonville. Sorry. Try that again. Chase Gordon from Jacksonville, Florida. Who do you think has the best hot tag in wrestling? The best hot tag in wrestling used to be American Alpha. So let me think about it now. I would always love Hogan's hot tags. Hogan's hot tags were amazing back in the day. He would get the hot tag. Oh, brother! He would Hulk up. They were so good. Point the finger, wag the finger. But nowadays, Braun? Because they always go crazy when he comes in. And he just wrecks everybody. Sure. Now, people in the live chat are saying Young Bucks. Maybe? Okay. I guess. Braun, Young Bucks. You choose. So I'll go with Braun. That's just me. Mario, how would you have booked Becky's heel turn? Okay, so I've been getting a lot of crap from people telling me that, oh, well, Dalyxman, Becky's character's boring. Don't you want her to turn heel? You don't need to turn her heel to make her character interesting. I hate that idea that because their character is boring as a babyface, they have to turn heel to be interesting. No, you don't have to turn them heel to make them interesting. You can make them an interesting character as a babyface. The idea of Becky being a boring babyface, I can understand because they haven't been doing anything with her. But now that they got her on TV involved in this awesome angle, could potentially be an awesome angle with Charlotte, that could make her a legit top-notch babyface for WWE, period. You can make her interesting. All you gotta do is just play up this idea that Becky felt jibbed by her best friend. And Charlotte could be the villain that I feel like she should be and tell Becky, look, it was an opportunity for me and I took it because I could. I'm Charlotte Flair. You don't like it? Too bad. Get better. Get good. Charlotte, takes solace in her privilege. She knows she's privileged. She knows she's getting by nepotism. And that naturally will get you heat. Someone like Becky, who had to fight for months to get one opportunity, was all of a sudden snubbed by Charlotte, who has gotten multiple opportunities and just got one because Paige was pissed off at Carmella for attacking Becky. You know what I mean? The fact, and I'm pretty sure someone mentioned Road Dogg. Did they mention Road Dogg here? Let me look at this Q&A real quick. They did. So we'll talk about Road Dogg later on. But the fact that we're even thinking about turning her heel is ridiculous. If you ask me how she should turn heel, let me tell you how she should turn heel. If you want to turn Becky heel, you should have had her win at SummerSlam. You should have had her win at SummerSlam. Complete her babyface rise. Completely in that storytelling. She gets the championship. She has a match against Charlotte, and she cheats to keep the belt. And then you plant the seed for a future heel turn. But you have to plant it. You can't just do it. You know, it's one of those things where if you're going to turn Becky heel, it has to make sense. And that's something I don't think this story we have now makes any kind of sense. They're trying to put up this whole idea that Becky is not respected, that fans don't really like Becky, that we were never behind her, which is a complete lie. It's a complete fabrication of what the truth is. Fans were always behind Becky. So it just comes across phony to have Becky say, you guys were never behind me. You didn't riot when Charlotte won the championship. Yes, we did. We booed the hell out of her when you hugged her, and we cheered you when you beat her up. So don't make up stories like that. If you want her to turn heel, it has to come from a logical storytelling point. Becky gets the championship, and she's so desperate to keep it that it drives her insane. The old concept, it's an old school concept of the championship corrupting a challenger, corrupting a character. It always works. I don't mind Becky going heel if that was the route we were going by. She got the championship and she got corrupted by it because she's so desperate to keep it. This is her lifeblood that she'll be willing to do anything for it. Okay. I like that. And it makes sense too because she's been without it for over a year. And we gotta think about this as well because when you go that long without the championship and you get one opportunity and you finally get it back and you're scared that you're never gonna get the same opportunities as other people would, you would turn heel because of that. Completely understandable heel turn. If that was the way they were going about it, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, you know what? Let's see where it goes. She probably would have been a great heel. Because we set things up a way that makes sense to that heel turn. But since they didn't, it doesn't feel right. But that's what I would do. That's what I would have done. So, that's my answer to your question. Thank you for asking. Let's see here. I gotta get back because I went all the way down. Raheem Isaac. This is Pikachu Black, by the way. From Florida. If I get put in charge of WWE tomorrow, who are you releasing and who are you bringing back? If I'm in charge of WWE, Jinder Mahal is gone immediately. Gone. Get that stench out of here. And I would probably bring back... There's a lot of people I could bring back. Ooh, that's a lot of people. Who do we need right now? Like, what are we lacking? Because that's the problem, too. You ask me who I would bring back. There's a lot of talent in WWE right now. I don't think I would bring anybody back because we have enough talent as it is. I think WWE has too much talent. They don't know what to do with them. They got so much talent, they have no idea how to use them all. Because it's so much. It's too much talent. I don't know if I would bring anybody back, really. I'm just going to answer it like that. I know people are saying Damian Sandow, which would be great. I guess that would be my answer, Damian Sandow. People are saying AJ Lee, she would be great. But But we got a lot of people here. Personally, Damien Sandow would definitely be someone I bring back. I like that pick, Damien Sandow. But I wouldn't bring anybody back. I'd bring back some good writers. You know what I mean? But yeah, in terms of wrestlers, we got enough. We got Eric from Wichita, Kansas. What will happen to Bray Wyatt after Matt Hardy retires? Obscurity? Hopefully not. They should keep him as a babyface. Give him a run. Matter of fact, I say give him a run after that championship. Keep him babyface, but just not after Roman. See, a babyface Bray Wyatt taking on Roman Reigns would be great. I would love to see that match. Seriously. Alright. But yeah, he'll probably fall into obscurity. Christopher Simmons. Chris Simmons. The Ruthless Aggression era is my favorite era of all time. Great era. What are some of the best memories you have from watching the Ruthless Aggression era? Boy! Eddie Guerrero. Chris Benoit, WrestleMania 20. Eddie Guerrero win the championship, period. Kane versus Shane McMahon from 2003. That entire feud is one of my favorites. Randy Orton versus Mick Foley. Backlash 2004. A classic among classics. Edge's championship reign. The Rated R Superstar. SmackDown in general. SmackDown during the Ruthless Aggression era was basically the A show. They had some amazing things. Maybe not so much in 2004, but 2002, 2003, 2005, 6, they were on fire. The feud between Eddie and Rey Mysterio in 2005. Eminem. Remember Eminem? That's Joey Mercury, Johnny Nitro, and Melina. Remember Melina? Tori Wilson, Stacy Keibler. Oh, boy. Batista versus Triple H. I like that pick. Evolution. So many good things. The Doctor of Thugonomics when John Cena was at his best. My goodness. Just a lot of great things about the Ruthless Aggression era that just come to mind. The rise of Brock Lesnar. The rise and fall of Brock Lesnar. Oh man, so many good things. Elimination Chamber. The debut of the Elimination Chamber. Kane losing his mask. Oh goodness, I'd be here all day. The Return of the Dead Man on The Undertaker. Return of DX. Shawn Michaels and Triple H 2006. Man, so many good things to talk about. I'd be here all day. But yeah. And of course, one of my favorites. We gotta do it one time. He hails from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Kennedy. Wait for it. Kennedy. Love me some Mr. Kennedy. All day, every day. So that's about it. That's all I got. Man, I talked about the storyline between Mr. Kennedy and the illegitimate son in one of my videos. I think it was the review. It was the SummerSlam review. We can talk about it here. So, remember in 2007 when Vince McMahon did the whole "Who is my son?" the illegitimate son storyline, and it ended up being Hornswoggle? Yeah. Well, originally, it was supposed to be Mr. Kennedy, Ken Kennedy. And the whole thing with Vince McMahon being blown up in a limousine, well, what was supposed to happen was that Vince McMahon was supposed to be killed off on TV, and Mr. Kennedy was supposed to take over as the head, like the actual boss, chairman of WWE. And he would give himself multiple opportunities for the championship, and he would beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. Man, imagine Mr. Kennedy as the chairman. He would be the biggest heel in the business. And of course, Triple H would come back with Stephanie McMahon and get the ownership of the company back from him. But it will be revealed that Vince McMahon faked his death and he would get it back at the end. Yo. 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 That's crazy. That would have been cool. That would have been an awesome storyline. I would have loved it, but as you guys know, Mr. Kennedy screwed it up and he got hurt, so damn. That would have been awesome. That would have been an awesome freaking storyline. Let's see here. Moving on. Lorenzo. Do you think Velveteen Dream will be booked, used properly when he gets to the main roster? No. But I have faith that Velveteen Dream will make it work regardless. I don't trust anybody will be booked right when they get to the main roster, especially coming from NXT, because a lot of the people that came from NXT, they didn't have it all that well. They didn't have it. I mean, Kevin Owens had some success, but look at him now. Sami Zayn, look at him now. I don't see them doing very well. That's just me. But I do think he could make it work, because he's really good at his job. Charles Mitchell from Virginia. Who do you think will beat Ronda Rousey for the Women's Championship? Probably Charlotte. Probably Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 35. Which WrestleMania was worse? WrestleMania 9 or WrestleMania 27? Whoa. I thought WrestleMania 9 was a crappy show, but WrestleMania 7 was absolute garbage. Oh my god. It was so bad. I don't even remember. Let me see. Let me see what I rated WrestleMania 27. I think I gave WrestleMania 27 a lower grade than I did WrestleMania 9. Although 29 was a bad show as well. Let me see. So WrestleMania 27 got a D, like a straight up D, like the lowest grade D, and then WrestleMania 9 got, let me see, what did I give WrestleMania 9? Was it a D plus? That's WrestleMania 10. Okay, WrestleMania 9 got a D plus. So I guess with my grading system, WrestleMania 27 was the worst one. They're both horrible shows, so does it really matter? I guess WrestleMania 27 wins though, because it got the lowest grade. So there you go. WrestleMania 27. Jesus. Both shows sucked. Here we go. Johnny from Virginia. A lot of people from Virginia. Imagine Roman Reigns versus Tommaso Ciampa and the crowd reaction. Honestly, I know what you're trying to say. I see the crowd getting behind Tommaso Ciampa to beat Roman Reigns. I would not be shocked if Ciampa got cheered to take on Roman. He is that hated. Second question. SmackDown 1000 is coming up in my area. Do you think I should go? Absolutely, Johnny. You better go. That's a big event. 1,000? Get your ticket immediately when it comes out. You better go and you better enjoy yourself. Definitely go. What kind of question is that? Bro, you don't get opportunities like that. You're not going to be around for episode 2000, are you? Probably, but you going to wait that long? Don't wait that long. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Episode 1000. 1000. Buy your ticket yesterday and go. Definitely go. Dominique from North Carolina. Dominic, excuse me. With the recent nonsensical heel turn of Becky Lynch at SummerSlam, would you say WWE's main roster lost its touch on how to make a compelling heel? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break because I need to show you guys something. So, recently, Road Dogg Jesse James, went on the Twitter and decided to defend the heel turn with Becky Lynch. And I waited for his opportunity to put this up. And since I am blocked and I can't read his tweets, because anytime Road Dogg gets sensitive about people criticizing him. He feels the need to block instead of actually talking to them. But I can't read his tweets. However, I had some fans copy and paste those tweets to me. So I'm going to show them to you right now. So here's the first one. Let me, real quick. So this is the first tweet. And this is a fan defending her. Let me see here. Is it Vince? Again, it's cut off, so I can't really show too much of it. But let's do this. Let's shorten it a little bit because I want you to see my face. Alright, so here we go. Her reasoning just doesn't make sense. I mean, she did that interview with Gorilla Position, and what she said on there is what her promo should have been. Basically, y'all need to begin to trust your wrestlers and not micromanage every promo to the last word. And here is what Brian James said to that. It's funny, this revolt is exactly what Becky's character is saying. I didn't get my way, now that I'm mad about it. And make no mistake, I'm talking about her character, not the person. The person did an interview, the character did the promo. So that's the first tweet he put up. Okay, let's get the next one in here. So, let's see here. I think I can make a new slide real quick. Let me do one real quick. I should have had these ready. I didn't. Well, while I get these up. Shouldn't take that long. Okay, here's the second one. Let me go ahead and shorten that up. You'll see my face in just a second. I'm just organizing this real quick. Alright, here we go. Here's the other tweet. So, this man tweeted, Becky was an inspirational underdog who had everyone behind her and whose friend undercut the opportunity she earned. Her being frustrated makes sense, but her suddenly turning into a villain while the undercutting friend plays a victim does not. Agreed, right? Here's what Road Dogg said. Well, I see it differently. If you need to be right to be happy, I give up. You're right. How did the friend do anything wrong, though? She was given the same exact opportunity and she took it. I get it. You and Becky's character wanted Becky to win. Pause. We're gonna analyze that tweet real quick because we need to think about what he said. This man said they were given the same opportunity. In what universe would you even consider that to be the deal? By the way, this is how you know he's written the storyline. Anytime someone criticizes a creative decision that Road Dogg wrote, he's always defending it. Like Jinder Mahal on Twitter, you know that was his idea. The idea of Pyro not being in WWE no more, that was also his idea. Like, all of this is Road Dogg, by the way.
I did several videos on Becky's turn. Dalyxman THX.
No problem, man. But let's analyze this for a minute. So, this creative producer is saying that Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch climbed the same mountain, got the same opportunity. I'm sorry, but explain to me how Becky Lynch had to go 3 months, probably even a little more, but months, a span of months, picking up victories, just winning matches after being irrelevant for almost, I dare say, a year. She hasn't been doing anything. But suddenly she starts winning matches, beating people like Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, you name it. Just getting victories after victory after victory. And fans are starting to get more and more and more behind her. And after getting enough victories, she earns a title shot against Carmella. How is that the same thing as Charlotte losing an opportunity, going away for a month, and then getting a match with Carmella because Paige was pissed off at Carmella, and then Charlotte wins that match to get added to the match at SummerSlam? How is it the same thing? It's not the same opportunity at all. And to even imply that they had the same opportunity lets me know that you really don't know what you're doing. That you are extremely tone deaf. But this isn't even all of it. But this alone just lets you know what we're dealing with. This is bad. And y'all wonder why I always tweet Fire Road Dogg. And it's nothing personal against him. But the guy doesn't know how to tell a story.
What matches do you think will be at Evolution?
We'll talk about that in a second because I had someone ask me that question on Facebook as well. But this is just mind-numbing. And to think that this guy is writing, producing Raw and SmackDown, that's scary, but we're not done yet. That wasn't even the dumbest thing he said. We're going to go to the last tweet. The last one that we know of so far. This one just really... This is unbelievable. This tweet that I'm about to show you. Check this out. So, this is from Joshua Roberts. By the way, if this all happens to be one of my fans, let me know. But Joshua, let me make it a little bit bigger, said, but the story we've been told is Becky had to fight and struggle to earn an opportunity at the title. Charlotte was just handed an opportunity and took the moment away from her best friend. Becky is right and justified in everything she says and is no way the bad person. He replies, that's not the story you were told. That's the story you wanted to hear. She had to do the exact same thing as Charlotte did. Beat Carmella. They both climbed the exact same mountain. I'm just gonna keep that up. They climbed the exact same. What mountain are you talking about? This is nowhere near the exact same road, mountain, whatever you want to call it. Becky clearly had to work a lot harder. Now, you can use this crazy idea that they climbed the exact same mountain, which is flawed. It's not the exact same mountain. But okay, fine. Whatever logic you want to use. Even if this is the exact same mountain, to get that match against Carmella, Becky had to win over a span of 3 months to even fight Carmella and then get the opportunity. So she clearly had a harder time climbing up that mountain. Charlotte loses to Carmella. She already was on the top of the mountain. She lost to Carmella. Instead of being kicked off the mountain, she just, I don't know, she grew wings and just got another opportunity. There was no climbing for Charlotte. There never has been climbing for Charlotte because she's been given the opportunities because she's Charlotte Flair. So, yeah, she was handed the opportunity. She was handed an opportunity to fight Carmella. One that she never really earned. She didn't have to earn it because she's Charlotte Flair, right? So, this is the same guy that's writing SmackDown. This is the same guy that is producing the shows. And the fact that he is this tone deaf, that he cannot comprehend why fans are getting behind Becky, lets me know that we are in some serious trouble if this guy continues to produce the shows. You can't tell me that this guy knows what he's doing now. He can't tell a story properly, and he's tone deaf. And look, I'm not trying to be the guy to say Road Dogg should not be involved in the wrestling business. I don't even think Road Dogg is a bad guy. He just sucks at his job. He sucks at his job. Exhibit A, B, and C, the tweets I showed you. This storyline was all about making Becky Lynch that underdog hero. And then you culminated by having her become a villain? By making up some BS story that we were never behind her? Who does that? I'll tell you who. Some incompetent writer. I'm sorry, Road Dogg, you should not be writing shows. And I keep saying that. And you keep sticking your own foot in your mouth each time you tweet. And I know a lot of people are saying, at least he's talking to us. I guess that's a good thing. But it's probably good that he doesn't speak to fans anymore because he sucks at explaining himself. It's to his own detriment. Seriously. But yeah, man, Road Dogg, he doesn't know what he's doing. And you know this is his idea. The fact that he's going out of his way to defend this lets you know that it was his call to turn her heel. So, getting back to the question. Sorry, that was a long-winded response to your question. Do I think they've lost touch on how to make a compelling heel? Absolutely. They're tone deaf. They don't understand what makes a heel to modern day audiences. They don't understand what makes a heel to modern day audiences. What they're doing are concepts that worked back in the 80s and 90s. It's different here in 2018. It is. So, you can fight against the grain all you want and try to get fans to hate Becky. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And apparently, well, someone's asking me, is Road Dogg still on SmackDown or is he on Raw? Apparently, he's writing for both shows now. He's on both shows. Lord help us. Let's move on. Sumter. Is it Sumter? Sumter. I'll just say your last name. Rudolph from Connecticut. If CM Punk came back to WWE, how would you book him to Mania? Well, the reputation that he's coming in with from UFC, that's going to precede him. We got to start him from the bottom. We got to start him from the bottom and work his way back up. He's a broken man. CM Punk comes in as a broken man. He's not the Punk we knew. He's beaten. He's defeated. He's battered. I would have him come back and go on a losing streak. Of course, it would be one of those losing streaks where he's not trying. He's not trying anymore. He's just losing. He doesn't have passion for himself, let alone the wrestling business anymore. He's beaten. He's battered. Over time, he starts talking to people like Bryan. He starts talking to people like Rollins, people who he worked with on the indie circuit. And they start reasoning with him, and they let him know, Punk, you're the reason why I'm here. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Punk, you're the reason why I'm here. Punk, you're the reason why I'm here. Punk, you're the reason why I'm here. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Punk, you're the reason why I'm here. And then over time, gradually, he starts to find himself again. And then by WrestleMania, he's back to his old CM Punk ways. Now, eventually, I would have him win the championship to really culminate that. But we gotta bring him in down his luck. Because right now, you bring him in like everything's okay, it's not going to work. So you really got to bring him in as a battered, broken man. And then you rebuild him, essentially. That's what I would do. Let's see here. Isaiah Webb. Another Becky Lynch question. I may be biased towards Becky Lynch, but... hold on, let me try this again. I may be biased towards Becky Lynch, being that she's my favorite women's wrestler. The story we've been told for months is that Becky is a talented hard worker whose fans naturally wanted her to succeed. I agree with Bully Ray, who said that her popularity is similar to Daniel Bryan's in 2014. She's been robbed out of the Money in the Bank, the title, and has been held down by the system for so long that you feel sorry for her. And if Becky Lynch is drawing sympathy from the audience, that makes her a babyface in my book. They really expect fans not to be behind the person that beat everyone fairly to get a title shot, only to have someone else cut in line. Would a double turn similar to when Del Rio mercilessly beat Dolph Ziggler and put him out of action work for this feud? Not only would it work, I think that's the only route we can go. I think Charlotte needs to be the heel here. Because that just feels natural. Not just to the feud, but think about this long term. If the idea is to do Charlotte Flair against Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35, wouldn't it make that feud a lot more sweeter if Charlotte was the heel? And you know something? I think Charlotte will eventually turn heel anyways to do that feud. So why not plant the seeds here? Why not turn her heel here, get her back into her role by a WrestleMania time We can have her win the Royal Rumble, go to Raw, and fight Ronda. But she'll need to get her feet wet as a heel again here on SmackDown. Turn her heel, have her feud with Becky Lynch, have Becky beat her for the championship, have Charlotte win the Royal Rumble, go to Raw to fight Ronda Rousey as a heel. That just seems a lot more. It just seems a lot more logical to me that way. That's how I would do it. Will it work at Hell in a Cell? Probably. I do it at Hell in a Cell, that's for sure. Second question. WWE Champion AJ Styles, in the eyes of many, is the best performer and should be the face of WWE over Roman Reigns. Of course. However, he hasn't main evented a pay-per-view since Fastlane. Now that Reigns is Universal Champion, it seems that he will most likely be main eventing over AJ Styles. Does this booking devalue the WWE Championship? Absolutely. And we already knew that was going to happen the moment they did the brand split. The moment they did the brand split, we said the WWE Championship is going to play second fiddle to the Universal Championship because it's on SmackDown. And that sucks. It shouldn't be that way. The most prestigious title, the WWE Championship, should always go on last. I will say this though. If we are getting the Wyatt family versus the Shield at Hell in a Cell, more than likely the main event will be AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. As it should be. As it should be. Let's see. Brian Walmer. Wait. Yes, Brian Walmer. From Newman, California. Do you think Corbin being acting GM, oh goodness, is so WWE could book Corbin versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship? I hope not. That's horrible. That would be a horrible match to do. Good God. Do you think Ronda versus Stephanie will happen at Evolution? I'd take that over Ronda versus Nikki Bella. Okay, and he asked me, what matches do you see happening at Evolution? So, Brie Bella versus Maurice is probably going to happen. I think Asuka's going to have a match. We got to do Asuka versus somebody. I mean... We can do Asuka versus Shayna Baszler. I'm trying to think about this. Leah's going to have a match. I would do Leah versus Asuka, honestly. That's the match I want to see. I don't know if they'll do that. Ronda should fight Becky and... Well, Becky's going to fight Charlotte. I know that for sure. Ronda should definitely fight Bayley and Sasha. That should be the main event. That would be an awesome match to do. Won't happen, but that would be a great match to do.
Think of this: Shield versus Sanity at Survivor Series.
Sorry. It's alright with me. Let's see here. I don't even know what to say about that match. I don't know. They haven't been booking Sanity all that strong, so I can't really say I'd be excited for that match. No offense. And why, and no offense in asking this, do a majority of rumors and superstars get started by fans, only to be corrected by the superstars themselves or very reliable sources? Are these fans that desperate to get their dream matches to happen or to see these stars in other promotions? Well, there's nothing wrong with speculation. You know, I don't think we should go out of our way to say it's going to happen. But to say, I want to see Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan, there's nothing wrong with that. It could happen. Will it happen? Probably not. But nothing wrong with speculation. I want to see AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels, which is the match people said would happen. It didn't happen. Would be a great match. Speculation is all it is. AJ Styles versus Undertaker. Not going to happen, but it'd be a great match. Should be happening at that showdown. Instead of doing Triple H and Taker, we should be doing AJ Styles and Taker. Good God. That would be a much better match. But thank you for your questions. Alfredo, how long do you think Roman will hold that title? WrestleMania 35. Who do I think is taking it from him? Rollins. Should be Rollins. Mr. Johnson. Al Johnson from Brooklyn. Which WWE NXT wrestlers would be perfect for either the Avengers or the Guardians of the Galaxy? Crap. Okay. You're making me think hard on this one. I guess John Cena would be Captain America. Johnny Gargano would be Iron Man. Becky would be... Do I want her to be Scarlet Witch or do I want her to be Black Widow? Becky's gonna be Black Widow. Scarlet Witch would be Mickie James? Yeah, Mickie James. Some of y'all say Alexa Bliss. Nah, Mickie. Black Panther. Velveteen Dream? I'm thinking about that one. I'm going with it. I like Velveteen Dream as Black Panther. Spider-Man? I would say John Morrison, but we'll have to see. Hold on. Okay, so this one got apparently muted. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs, $2. Sasha Banks is pissed that Alexa is facing Trish. I'm pissed too. That should have been Sasha's match. But guess what? Sasha's with Bayley now, so she can't end up fighting her. They better get that triple threat against Ronda. Kofi Kingston probably would be Black Panther. I actually think Black Panther should go to Kofi Kingston. Never mind. Velveteen Dream can play War Machine. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to think. I think I covered for them. I mean, Hawkeye could be anybody. Name somebody. I don't know. Thor. Ooh, who's gonna be Thor? Maybe Roman. Nah, it's gonna piss people off. I don't know. I don't know who I'd make Thor. Triple H will be Thor. There you go. And Hulk will be Brock Lesnar. And we're good. That's out. That's all I got. Spider-Man could probably be played. I was gonna have him be played by Will Ospreay, but you said NXT and WWE wrestler, so I can't say him. Oh crap. Okay, Kalisto. There you go. Now, speaking of Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, where does Infinity War rank in your list? Infinity War is my favorite so far. Where would John Cena be today if Brock Lesnar never left WWE? That's a good question. Probably still be trying to get that Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick over doing Hollywood. Who knows? Have I seen Blade Trinity in 2004? I have. What did you think of Triple H's first acting role? He did pretty alright. And Melissa wants me to give her advice about her mom. My mom has throat cancer. Oh, God. Let me change this real quick. Sorry. I forgot to change the screen. My mom has throat cancer. I'm really scared. This is not the first time she got cancer. She got a brain tumor back in 2010. I'm really depressed right now. I have been taking medication for depression and anxiety for a long time. What should I do? Melissa, you just dropped a bomb on me. Well, just be there for her. Be there for her. And I'm a Christian, so I do believe in the power of prayer, but I also do believe action without prayer is worthless. What you need to do is, while she's going through her trial, wherever she's going through, make sure you're there. Make sure you are there for her. Make sure you're constantly by her side. You're showing her love. You're showing her support. And if she gets into a bad spot, just be there. Be there. Because as much as she's struggling, the one thing you don't want her to be is alone. And you yourself, anxiety and depression, I know all about that, trust me. you gotta be careful that you don't get too down in the dumps. You gotta start doing things for you. You know, eventually you help her help be there, but every once in a while, take a second to worry about yourself. You know, just take a break. You know, treat yourself out. What do you like to do, Melissa? What do you like to do? Like, where do you like to go? Like, I don't know much about you. You're here in the live chat a lot. You like listening to me on YouTube, and I thank you for that. But it's always good to get yourself out there. Get you a boyfriend. Go out there and see if you can get you a boy or a girl. I don't know what you're interested in. So get you a significant other. Go out there and flirt. You know? But at this point in time, I'm not a doctor. So I don't know what I can do to help you in terms of what could cure what hurts her, what's getting her there. But I'll tell you what, live chat, Melissa's probably watching this. Send her your best wishes. You know, just take the second to say, Melissa, prayers are going your way. We're a family here. Here on YouTube, we support each other. And Melissa, the live chat and I, we're sending you our best wishes. I hope things work out for you. We hope your mom comes through for you. She fights through this and she comes out kicking at it too, brother. Like Hulkamania did. Is she a wrestling fan, by the way? Probably not. But yeah, that's what you gotta do. And that's all you can do. Pray and be there. And just watch God work. And look at all this love. Look at all this love in the live chat. See, we got you, Melissa. We got you. Giovanni, you would be a good therapist. Calm down. I need a therapist. I already have one, but I'm the one that needs therapy. Alright, I had to go on from this, Melissa. So, hope things work out. Moving on to David from Sacramento, California. Out of the 2018 Mae Young Classic roster, who are your top 5 draft picks for WWE to sign? Let me take a look at this. So, Io Shirai is already signed. Let me see. Mae Young Classic roster. Oops. Let me see what they got. Classic 2018 roster. Let me put that in. Let's see here. We have who the hell is it? Caitlyn should definitely come back. Caitlyn number 1 for sure. Laurel Xavier donating.
Melissa takes no L's.
She sure doesn't. She a fighter. You gotta fight. Let's see here. Deanna Purrazzo should definitely be signed. They already signed Toni Storm, so we're good with her. Mercedes isn't signed? Get her in there. Mia, okay, so here we go. We got Io Shirai already. So let's do Mia Yim. Let's do Mercedes. For sure, let's get Mercedes back in here. Let's do Caitlyn. Get her back. I don't see Viper or Piper in here. I'm just still kind of looking over it. Toni Storm, absolutely. And I guess Miko Satomura. There you go. That's 5. There's your 5 right there. But Mia Yim, bruh. Mia Yim can get it all day, every day. You know, y'all know what I'm saying. You don't? Okay. I'm sorry. Do you think, as great of a feud as it's been, if Gargano and Ciampa don't have a long break, it could result in heat towards Gargano becoming stale going forward when he's called up? There are ways to get around that. Here's what I think should happen. I do think we should do one more match with them. If you want to give them a break, that's fine with me. I do think Tommaso Ciampa should go on a little bit of a longer run. Let him hold that belt for a little bit longer. And we should send Gargano on the losing streak. We need to tear him down and build him back up again. I would have him have a number one contendership match and lose. And then kind of, refine himself. Because I like the story we have right now. I like where we are. Tommaso Ciampa months ago was on stilts. Was on crutches. On stilts. Was on crutches. And now Gargano is on crutches. So they've swapped positions now. And I like that. I don't see it getting stale. That's just me. Jake from Boston asks, do you think Neville will be all in? I hope so. I hope he's all in. We'd love to see him at the show. Rumor is Braun Strowman would team up with Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper to form the Wyatt family and face the Shield. Already talked about that. Do you think it will be good? Yes, I would love to see the match, and I know it would eventually lead to an Ambrose heel turn. So yes, I would like that. After Johnny versus Tommaso, who would you have Johnny lose the title to? Would it be Adam Cole or someone else? Adam Cole's a good person to lose the title to, honestly. But probably Keith Lee, because that's my boy. And Florence from South Carolina. If the Chris Benoit situation never happened, who do you think WWE would be? How do you think WWE would be these days? Would it be different or the same old stuff? That's a good question. I would like to say they still be TV 14, but I think they were going to change anyways. Chris Benoit was going to leave. Let's not get it twisted. Benoit was going to TNA. Once his contract was up, he was going to TNA. And I think Eddie would have gone to. So, maybe they still would go down the route that they were always going to go down. That's just how I see it. Alright, let's see here. Let's go to Twitter. Now we're going to Twitter to answer the hashtag Ask Dalyxman. So let's see here. And apparently we had another shooting in Jacksonville today. Good God, these shootings are ridiculous, man. I'm getting tired of these shootings.
Hey Alyx, did answer my questions? From B More, MD.
I'm pretty sure I did. Let me see. Let me go back and check if I missed you or not. Hopefully I didn't miss you, Michael Law. Let me see. Super chat's coming in. Hey.
What if Bray, Finn, and Braun teamed to face Shield?
So we're replacing Luke Harper with Finn Balor. That would be interesting. I actually like that. I actually do like that. So I think, Michael, you sent me questions on Twitter. And if you did, I'm going to answer those questions right now. So here we go. Pro Wrestling Super Saiyan. Who would win this fatal 4-way? Brock Lesnar, Strowman, Mil Muertes, or Matanza? That would be insane. I'm going with Matanza. Sam P. Boone. I tweeted to Brian James about watching your video, and I hope he tweets me back after he watched your video. Oh, thanks, man. So, I talked about Road Dogg in the video, so hopefully he does watch it. Very curious to see what he says. Did you hear about Sasha being pissed that Alexa Bliss is facing Trish Stratus? Yeah, because that match sounds bad. Sasha versus Trish should have been the match. Honestly. From Ultra Shadow. Will you be picking up Tales of Vesperia? Definitive edition this winter. I didn't know that was coming out. I have to check that out, man. Do you have any memories of watching classic Nickelodeon game shows? Double Dare, Nick Arcade, Nick Guts, Figure It Out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My favorite one was oh crap. It's the Temple show. Let me look it up. Nickelodeon game show. Temple. Legends of the Hidden Temple. There it is. Love that show. Love that show. Really good stuff overall. How do you think things would have gone for Roman in 2014 had he not suffered the injury? It would have gone the exact same way. There was no stopping it. Let's see here. If Eric Costal would fight anyone in WWE, who would you think she'll fight? Who the fuck is Erica Costal? She's an American YouTuber. Who the fuck is Erica Costal? I have no idea who this is. Should I know who she is? Apparently she's a YouTuber. Don't know how to answer that question. Don't know who that is, apparently. I apologize. Let's see. Rob Mark. Thoughts on WWE's attempt to monopolize the British scene with NXT UK. I'm alright with it for now. I don't know why I'm answering your question. Singing with pitches like this right here. I'm moving on to Sammy P. Boone's question about Lucha Underground. I did watch it on Wednesday, by the way. Madeline, would you like to see Randy Orton get one last title run as a heel? Just give it a shot. Melissa is in the chat, guys. She says thank you. We love you, Melissa. Let's see here. If NXT went live TV from John Smith, would that make it better or worse? So do I think John Smith has a point with NXT suffering when it goes live? Not really. I think it actually will help it if it goes live. Because guess what that means? No more spoilers. And you catch it when it happens. So I think it'll be better. Let's see here. Jake, if Marty Scurll ever came back to WWE, try this again. If Marty Scurll ever came to WWE, how would you feel about a rivalry with him and Finn? Bet all day, every day. I love that. It'd be great. Who are your top 3 wrestlers from each big promotion? WWE, AJ Styles from Raw, AJ Styles, Rollins, and I guess Ambrose if he turns heel. Well, I said Raw. So Raw, Rollins, Ambrose, and McIntyre? Sure. SmackDown, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Daniel Bryan. NXT, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, and Velveteen Dream. Lucha Underground, Pentagon Jr., Pentagon Dark, Mil Muertes, and Phoenix. PWG, well, that's not really a promotion. See, I actually NXT so many. That one's hard. See, I said Velveteen Dream, Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. I could have said Ricochet, Adam Cole. So many people there. I think that's all of them. And Impact, Sami Callihan, Pentagon Jr. again, and Johnny Mundo. Okay, there you go. Okay. I think that's about it. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Bradley Xavier. Bradley from Melbourne, Australia. With almost 4 years since the New Day made their debut, do you think they should have gone with the Nation of Domination direction? Nope, this is fine. I'm happy they went with this. This was new, it was original, it was great. Now that Rey Mysterio is more than likely to come back to WWE, how would you book him? 205 Live. No disrespect either. I think he would be great wrestling against cruiserweights. Do not have him wrestle against anybody but cruiserweights. Dave, could you see this show reunion as the catalyst for an Ambrose heel turn? That's exactly why I see it happening at Hell in a Cell or whenever they do it. It'd be a great heel turn. Do I like Wilding Out? I do like Wilding Out. And let's see here. We got... Uh-oh, he's back! It's the legend! D! The legend is back! Thank you for the super chat, DDT. $7. You are very, very generous with your donations. So Michael Law, I did not see your question. Go ahead and send it to me here. I'm gonna take a couple minutes to answer the questions here in the live chat. Then I'm gonna get out of here. Once again, before I go, Wrestle Crate. If you have not seen it yet, I am being sponsored by Wrestle Crate, and you can get yourself 20%. You can get yourself a Wrestle Crate today. You can subscribe. The link to it is down below, and get you a free crate of goodies like this Kingdom Come DVD and other crazy stuff, as well as this Kenny Omega toy I got here. They sent that to me. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can get this today. Sign up and then use the promo code Dalyxman for 20% off your first crate. So I'm gonna actually put that here, so you can do that today. But live chat, who we got here? Jabez, did you see the way they made Azalea Banks cry? She shouldn't have brought her little selfish self on there to begin with. Because quite frankly, man, look, Wildin' Out is a show that's not for sensitive people. Like, if you gonna go on there, you better be able to take it and give it. And DC on Fire didn't do anything to her. He always calls everybody ugly ass. That's what he does. So he didn't do anything wrong to her. If I didn't answer your question, ask me your questions now. Let's see here. Pikachu Black, have you heard the Undisputed Era theme song rematch? I have not. Send it to me so I can listen to it. AJ, Minoru Suzuki versus Brock Lesnar. Who would you book to win and why? Minoru Suzuki versus Brock Lesnar. Everybody wins. I win. No, I guess I would have Brock win that one, because you want to establish him as a monster. Anthony Ace, what, you're sponsored now? Yes, sir. I'm being sponsored by Wrestle Crate. I'm making my way up. Nish Bryant. Now it's going crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me find Nish real quick. Oh, he wasn't. DDT got more of a pop than Roman at SummerSlam. Yep, DDT, the legend. Giovanni, what are your thoughts on Dave Bautista asking to be fired from Disney after Marvel fired James Gunn? James Gunn being fired was, in my opinion, it wasn't the right move to make, because, let me let the super chat go, because I have a lot to say about this.
OMG, we gotta do Shield versus AOP.
Well, if we do Shield versus AOP, who's the third member of AOP going to be? Sounds like a good idea, though. The whole situation with James Gunn is ridiculous. He made some really stupid jokes about pedophilia in 2009, back when he was not in a good place, honestly. And look, what he said was dumb. I'm not condoning his tweets. But my thing is, you hired him to be director despite the tweets. He became the director of Guardians of the Galaxy despite your tweets, and he did such an awesome job as that director. Why is it becoming a issue now? You know, and the problem here, we'll get into this, Marcos.
Team with Braun and face Shield, of course.
That'd be crazy. That'd actually be a decent match. But the problem is, when it comes to James Gunn, is the guy who fired him, the director of Disney, the CEO of Disney, he made an irrational decision because he let outrage culture get the best of him. Outrage culture basically create this idea that this guy was a horrible human being, and he fired him irrationally. But see, now we're in a spot where they can't just bring him back, because if they bring him back, it will acknowledge the fact that Disney made a mistake, that Disney is flawed, that Disney is run by someone who makes poor decisions, and that gives them a bad image. And like every other corporation, nobody wants to have a bad image. And it's bullshit. It's dumb. So Batista doing what he's doing, completely understandable. Completely understandable. And quite frankly, I'm kind of right there with them. There is no point in even doing, there is no point in WWE even doing WWE. Batista and the cast even doing another movie, because without the director, it's not going to be the same. James Gunn made Guardians of the Galaxy. If you're not going to have him, what's the point of even continuing? But yeah. McLean Roach, what are your thoughts of Authors of Pain and Braun Strowman facing the Shield? That's pretty okay. I already answered that. How should we book Jeff Hardy as Brother Nero with Matt leaving WWE to work backstage? I would have Matt be his manager. You can still do the whole gimmick and everything. He's there, right? Madeline, what are your thoughts on Jay White? I have none. I don't really like him all that much. I might want to change the font of the promo code. It's hard to see. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it the color? Should I change the color? Yeah, let me see if I can change the color real quick. Let's go. Let's do this. That's a little. Is that better? And honestly, let me do this too. Let me. Because if I want you to see it, because I have a scroll going. Let's slow this down a little bit. Is that better? How does that look? Does that look a little better for you? Because I want to be sure you can read that. One more. Have I seen the Titans trailer? I have not. Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, and Captain Marvel are the future of MCU. Absolutely, I agree with that. What did you send me, Pikachu Black? I'm looking for Michael Law. Michael Law said he wanted to ask me some questions. Alright, here you go. Michael Law. Do you think they're doing Ronda versus Nikki solely because it'll be heavily promoted by ESPN? Oh. I hope not. Nikki versus Ronda is such a dumb match to do. That literally will make me go, I don't really feel like watching this show no more. Like, real talk. Like, real talk. They can have a good card. If that's the main event, I probably won't watch the show. Because that doesn't even sound interesting to me. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. I think that's gonna be it. So, now people are okay. Look, I can change the font color to whatever color you want me to change it to. People are saying change it to yellow. There. Hopefully that works for you. So, Wrestle Crate, promo code Dalyxman. Link to it is down below in the description. So check that out. That's gonna be it for me, guys. I think I'm good. So, thank you for joining me for this live Q&A. Tomorrow, I'll be up here for Raw Review and SmackDown. So, until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for sending me your questions. You guys are awesome. You have a good Sunday. This is your boy, Dalyxman, signing off right here in Dalyxman's World. You guys take it easy. Peace out.